G'day everybody! Welcome to day 2 of Folk Alliance. Coming live to you from Bega into Kansas. I've got a special guest today, and this special guest is from Melbourne, and her name is Ruth Hazleton. G'day Ruth!
Hey there, Mel. Thank you for having me.
No worries.
You think after 2 years of a pandemic I would cease to be amazed at this kind of technology, but no. It's kind of weird. Yeah.
We've been,
People in Kansas City are having a great time. I've never been over to Folk Alliance before. You have though, haven't you, Mel?
Yeah, let's go next year. Let's go in person next year.
I'd love to. My partner Bill Jackson has been over there quite a few times, so I think it's my turn.
Yeah, I reckon, definitely. Like everybody, a full Aussie party, I reckon would be good. I'm going to play a song just while everybody comes to visit, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, this one's called Braveheart. I'll play it on my mandola. See. Okay. Oh, that doesn't quite work. So, this is called Braveheart. Hello. Thank you. It's a fun opening number. How are you? What are you going to play today?
I'm going to play, for people who haven't come across me before, I play a mixture of my own compositions and songs, and I also play a lot of trad. So I think I was going to start off today with a bit of an old-timey number. You want me to just launch straight into it?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, it helps. Yeah. It's a nice warm-up just to play.
It is. You know what, though? This banjo, if I put it direct onto the mic, it gets all stingy, and as the way banjos do, so I'm going to do this kind of rock and roll thing and point it right at you.
Yeah.
Play this banjo number. It's called Walking Boss, and there have been so many versions of this one over the years, but I love it, partly because of its political content. A walking boss was a man who would walk from site to site in the railroads in America, and he generally wasn't a very well liked person.
Cool.
this one from Mike Seeger. Walking boss, walking boss, walking boss, and I don't belong to you. I belong, I belong, I belong with that steel driving through. I asked the boss for a job, just a job. He said, son, what can you do? I can ride the track, pull the jack, I can line, I can pick and shovel too. Work one day, just one day, draw no pay, and I lay around the shanty too. Walking boss, you're the boss, and I don't belong to you. Walking boss, you're the boss, and I don't belong to you. I belong, I belong, I belong to that steel driving through.
Woohoo!
There you go. We're wide
That's
awake
cool.
now.
Yeah. Nothing like a good old bang of the banjo to wake up. We should say hello to our compadres. We're in Australia, so we're at 2 p.m. And if you're in Kansas, then it's 11 p.m. And I'm guessing you're kind of warming yourself up for a night of hopping around hotel rooms, watching everybody play music. I remember when I went to Focal Lines in Montreal, I couldn't quite understand how anybody could stay awake that long.
I'm still not. I know so many people who've been over to Focal Lines, and it just sounds immense. The whole, the legendary lifts where people meet and network. It's hilarious.
Yeah, and then and I was thinking, and no one wore sunglasses. Like seriously, no one wore sunglasses even on day 5 or whatever it was. I thought, if this was like a rock conference, everybody had sunglasses on, but everybody's like, nah, just straight up tired.
Far more hardcore in the US.
I know, far more hardcore and folk. Yeah.
Totally.
I'm going to play a song called Quiet Town because, since I figured I'd hang out on my my mandola for a bit, so this is called Quiet Town. I'll
Stick me on mute so I can tune this banjo and no one has to suffer it.
wicked. All right, see you in a second.
See you, Mel.
Okay. Okay, put that down. So this is a little bit about the valley that I live in, and driving around it with small children. It's really beautiful. Please reveal yourself only to me, mountains to the sea, land that no one knows. I get lost in clouds of perching hills, up with its for green, wonderment and blues. Man, so old and shape my soul, down below, some found gold. Me, I crave the quiet town, children's sound, the old school bell. Pack my heart in suitcases to find while there is behind every open door. Mystery make the path ahead of light, driving through the fire, driving through the rain. Land so green and shaped by trees, ancient path to the sea. Me, I crave the midnight sky, cold as ice, stars shine through. La 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 People are the treasures I have found. Why just want to know? Help me to know. Brothers, sisters, aunties, hold their hands. Help me children dance, even in the rain. Yeah, so old it calls you home. When you leave, you will dream. Me, I crave the quiet town, children's sound. Let's go back. Long valleys, down hillsides, deep forests, I love. Move slowly, enchanted, coasts of the unknown.
Great song, Mel.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about writing that one.
Actually, this was a funny one. I wrote this one because my friend Lindy Hume, who was putting on together a production where she, I think it was just like a short film about the valley, and she'd sort of said, it'd be great to have a song that we could incorporate choir and orchestra into. And I thought, I can write one like that, can't I? So the intention is in the middle of the song that actually a whole pile of choirs could sing la, na, na, ba, na, as I sing
I'd
the
love
song.
to hear that.
Yeah, and then and it was meant to start out like quiet, solo, and then go into Sydney Symphony, and then finish again one day. But yeah, it was just about the valley, because it's so beautiful, isn't it? Like, I'm just in love with it.
Yeah. Oh, that's gorgeous, Mel.
Thank you.
I suppose it's my turn, isn't it?
Yeah, Bill's chimed in there. Look, there's okay, Bill, you both rock, sounding great. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill. What was I going to say? Before I launch into my song, though, I think I just want to acknowledge Wurundjeri country where I'm on, and the Indigenous name for Melbourne is Naarm. So we've kind of even the Melbourne Football Club has taken on that name for this weekend.
Great.
And I've noticed too, I work as a folklorist as well, and I've attended quite a few American conferences in the last couple of years. Thank you, COVID, at least for that. At least I've been able to connect with communities that usually you couldn't with. And I've noticed that descriptions and accessibility are a big thing over there. So I just wanted to say that I'm a middle-aged woman, proudly, with dark, reddish brown hair and blue eyes, and I'm wearing a black dress and a black top, black long sleeve top, and I'm playing, well, I was playing a banjo, but now I'm playing a bright orange rusty coloured slimline electric guitar. Mel, do you want to give yourself a descriptor before I launch in?
Do I give a descriptor, just describe myself? Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah. And your
Well,
I should say in the background I've got a fireplace and a fan and some instruments.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on Yuin country, and I'm actually a Dungari woman, and I'm wearing a rust-coloured dress that matches Ruth's guitar.
Yeah, how cool are we?
Yeah, well, look at this, we're so coordinated. Look at these flowers. I mean, I'm also in a burrowed home, so I've got blonde hair, green eyes. I'm playing a mandola, but I might change later. And I'm in my friend Felicity and Simon's burrowed home, so they have this fantastic painting on the wall. And I'm in Bega, which was pronounced bigger in the local Jurunganj language, I think. So there's my description of state of being.
And we were both actually participants in last year's Global Music Match too, which for anyone who isn't aware of it was all of these amazing export bodies from all over the world hooked up and put us in teams with people from all over the world, and our job for a number of months was to get to know the people in our teams and give their music a plug in our territories in the hope that when we tour again we can start getting overseas. And I think Mel and I, you and I both probably got our eyes on that possibility. It's starting to happen.
There's Kim Youngs has tuned in there. Hi.
He's chiming in now. Kim.
Kim,
Hello,
hi Kim.
I met Kim at the National Folk Festival recently, and she sang in the Judy Small concert with me, and the Joni Mitchell concert with you.
With me. Yeah.
Stellar artist, and also someone here. I think, Kim, if you're showcasing this weekend, stick your details in the comments so that people can go and see you too. Anyway, look, I'm going to launch into a song, and the next song I'm going to sing is an original called Messiahs of Hate, and it's very apt on election eve here in Australia, where we're about to vote these bastards out.
Yes.
It's kind of, I won't make comparisons to Trump because that's kind of incomparable, but this government has done enough damage, and it's like Trump. I think I wrote it because I got really angry at the way people hide behind religion and then treat people terribly. And I particularly get angry about that as I grew up in the church. My dad was a pastor. Nobody in my church in my family go to church anymore. But at least when I was growing up, I grew up to believe that religion meant that you took care of country and that you cared about people, and so often in politics religion is just a disguise, really, isn't
just
it?
control. The difference between religion and control.
How's that volume, Mel?
Ace, that's good.
Church on Sunday, you're a man of righteous faith, guardian of virtue and a patriotic saint. You never needed shelter or fled bloody war. You never met with violence, and you've never fed the poor. You hide beneath the altar in wretched glory, a thief conscientious unbeliever underneath the barren sky. You refuse to heed the warnings, and you won't be disabused. For the patron saint of avarice has never been refused. You hide beneath the altar in wretched glory, a thief of faith, and you count the sins of angels, sell their stories to the messiahs of hate. The darkness of your terror and your bigotry and fear, the conflict on the border and the god of your frontier. Strangers came across the sea with boundless plains to share. Now you've washed your hands in bloodshed with your empty thoughts and prayers. You hide beneath the altar in wretched glory, a thief of faith, and you count the sins of angels, sell their stories to the Messiah. Take the cross and bear it to your soul, false believer, a pilgrim of power, a deceiver. Hail the messiahs of hate.
Woo!
There you go, a bit of political vitriol for a Friday afternoon.
That was really cool. I really liked it. Yeah, I was thinking of.
Thank you, Mel.
I really liked it. I might have to have a go at learning it.
Oh, that would be such an honour, Mel. Like, isn't it one of the most amazing things ever when somebody picks up your song and sings it? Like a choir.
Yeah,
like you were talking
like a
about.
choir. Yeah.
That's why we do what we do. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is like a passing. I was thinking, you want to write this stuff. You want to write things that deliver the information that you. I mean, I can say it, but to sing it in a song is a whole other thing, isn't it? But anyway, I agree.
What have you got for us, Mel?
Well, because I'm gonna follow your song with Sugar and White Man, song I wrote.
Love this song. This one is really powerful. Yeah.
I thought and Kim Young just put her times in. I'll just put that up there. So she will be online tomorrow, 20th. Let's see.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, okay. Do tune in and see Kim.
Kim, cool. Well, I'm going to play Sugar and White Man, and I tend to not really describe it because the reason I write songs mostly because I'm able to talk.
See, I've got the folk, the trad folk can't shut me up. It's about time you played a song kind of Hazleton thing happening. But
so I get the I can tell funny stories and make fun of myself, and then I'll play a song that's sort of deep and meaningful.
But however, before you launch into it though, Mel, is there part of this song that is of interest or needs explaining to an international audience? Because
that's true.
It's such an Australian topic.
Yeah, it's funny because so I wrote it inspired by my family and friends in Kempsey, and so the lyric in the chorus is one of the lyrics is called "Emu in the Sky," and emu in the sky is a constellation Indigenous constellation. It's the dark space in the Milky Way, and if you look up, especially in the middle of winter, you can see its long legs and its big round belly, and then it's, you know, it's, for anyone who's listening who doesn't know, an emu looks a bit like an ostrich, but it's this massive being. It is, you know, this great being in the sky, and it's this time of year on those cold nights when the sky is completely clear that you can see it up there, and the song's called Sugar and White Man. And I wasn't entirely sure as far as international would go until I went to Montreal and I did play this song, and I realised that it's as relevant to Indigenous people. I was in Canada at the time, so it is relevant to Indigenous people in any country, but, you know, in America as well. And also one of my ancestors is from Barbados, and so West African from Barbados, so at the same time is also as relevant to anybody taken and whose language has been stolen and culture and everything wiped, and then trying to find it now and really searching for your language, and that we're allowed, you know, especially because I've got, you know, white skin, that we're allowed to have. I'm allowed to identify with white-skinned ancestors, but if I you know, talk or identify with my darker skin ancestors, that people have trouble with that as well. So it's just about, you know, being able to carry on, being able to find our language, being able to find our stories, and being able to pass culture along to our children, and that we're allowed to do that now, and no one can hurt us. So that's a long in description. You poked that out of me, Ruth. I never do that. Okay, all right. I'll talk to you in a second. Okay. Sugar and white man, flour and stolen, children and mothers crying all night. Before the Bible there was a dreaming, still keeps me believing. Emu in the sky, begging for food, begging for land, begging for something we already had. Build me a castle out of leftover things on the edge of the city. They'll just try to live. Sugar and white man, flour and stolen, children and mothers crying all night. Before the Bible there was a dreaming, still keeps me believing. Emu in the sky. I lost my family, my memory drowned in faith and in courage. I hammered it down. I'll sew it together out of pieces of fire on this trail worn with sorrow, from bare feet crying. Sugar and white man, flour and stolen, children and mothers keeps me believing. Emu in the sky. In my culture, children are laughing, people are dancing into the night. We read the footprints, we read the stars, we know exactly sugar and white men, flower and stolen, children and mothers, crying all night. Before the Bible, there was dreaming, still keeps me believing. My language, sing to my child. I want my stories to teach her and I want my sisters to hold my hand. We'll love one another. Sugar and white men, flower and stolen, children and mothers, crying all night. Before the Bible, there was dreaming, still keeps me believing.
Such a great song, Mel.
Thank you. You made me think of the lyrics as I was going to, because I wasn't. I'm sure this is international, but that idea of sugar and flour being given in exchange for work is another bit that comes up in the lyric, and also the dreaming is the spiritual part of Indigenous Australian culture. Let's go and Google it. The dreaming. You'll get all sorts of interesting things come up, actually. Hey, what have you got for us, Ruth?
I'm having one of those moments where I feel like just sort of
Yeah. Let's have a glass of water.
That song, it's such a beautiful one. I'm going to keep on the social justice bandwagon for a second here, seeing as we're on it.
Mm-hmm.
This is a song called Shackled that I wrote for a singer named Nudem Durek, who's a Kurdish singer, folk singer, who's been in prison for 19 years for teaching the younger people in her village how to sing Kurdish traditional songs and dance. And it's a big problem in Turkey at the moment. And it's funny, like even, members of Pink Floyd and artists around the world have been trying to campaign to get her out of prison, and her health is failing. And I've been really lucky in that I've managed to connect with a journalist, a Kurdish journalist in Turkey, and we're hoping that there'll be a retrial soon, so possibly she can get out. She's only in her late 20s.
Jeez.
And you think about it, and it's like, what a privilege it is to be able to sing in your language and sing your cultural songs when you look at situations like that. And it was, there's a fantastic Al Jazeera little video on Nudem Durek, Durek. If you want to look up her, to the point where her mother sold her wedding ring to be able to buy Nudem a guitar because she so desperately wanted to sing as a young woman. So it's an amazing story. So I wrote this tune, and I guess it sort of also reflects a little bit of when you're growing up in Australia and learning traditional music. There are a lot of traditions that surround us. So I played for many years in Eastern music, klezmer bands, and a bit of Eastern European music and Transylvanian Hungarian music and that sort of stuff. So that kind of this melody is sort of inspired by that.
Awesome.
That world music thing. Anyway, this is a song for Nudum Durek. Like the night I am bound, silent bird in a foreign cage. March of men, the bells are ringing, poets shackled, lie in chains. Hush, child, and hold your singing. Dark eyes turn to the ground. Whispers of truth deceiving, ghosts, echoes, tempting crowds. Rivers and mountains, sickle moon, snow, shackle the dancers and ancestors woe. Militant daughters and absent her sons. Mother is grieving, the damage is done. Murmurs of 1,000 voices, song the needle that weaves the thread. Weave and spin the ancient stories, words to which your daughters bled. The mother tongue of sacred pilgrims threaten the pillars of prison walls. Guards lay siege to the songs of children, threatened by thieves as darkness falls. Rivers and mountains, sickle moon, snow, shackle the dancers and ancestors woe. Militant daughters and absent her sons. Mother is grieving, the damage is done. Rivers and mountains, sickle moon, snow, shackle the dancers and ancestors woe. Militant daughter, not silent by choice, shackle my body but never my voice.
Woo! Lovely. Oh, it's beautiful. Is that one on your new album?
It is, yes.
Hi, cool. Okay. So I was just looking at on our comments. We had a few extra people commenting on the
Oh, lovely.
site. That's so beautiful.
I can't
lucky-
see this site, guys. So hello, if you're on the site, I will get back and read the messages afterwards.
Well, I found some. So we've got Francesca has joined us. Hey, Francesca,
Oh, yes,
and
hey.
and Brant Miller from Nashville has joined us as well.
Hey
Well,
there, Brant.
and so I sent a greeting back again. But it is quite uncoordinated having all these different little comment sections. I've gone to both pages. Maybe there's 3. So we'll write back out later if you want us to send us a message or find out about touring in Australia, or we could do
Yes, we can help you with that. But also,
can-
I'm here and I've been messaging a few people in the last couple of days because I want to get back to the UK and I want to get into Canada hopefully next year, which would be really nice. What are your plans, Mel?
Let's do a Canada tour, like with a bunch of Canadians.
That'd be cool. They're very lovely people.
Yeah. Canada would be. I think I'd like to go back to Ireland again and Europe at the end of this year or next year, and also like I would love to play Philadelphia Folk Festival. This is like a dream spiel,
yeah,
right?
wouldn't that
You
be
know,
great?
just saying Philadelphia Folk Festival, that we'd really like to, and yeah, I think it'd be great to tour Canada because we have lots of Canadian compadres who like to tour Australia, and we all seem to get along quite well. So I think it'll work quite nice in reverse.
I think so, yeah. How are we going for time? We've got 20 minutes left on the clock.
20 minutes
I don't
left.
know.
So I thought I'll play one more, and then you play one more or two more, okay?
All right, we'll see.
Oh, the phone's ringing. Someone's watching.
Yeah, that's Bill, and you know it's funny. Here you guys are in Kansas City. You're in Bega, New South Wales, a good 9 hours drive from me, at a reasonable pace. And you can all hear the birds in my chimney, the trucks going outside, and my partner's phone ringing.
Yeah, it is mad, isn't it? It's like I can hear I'm in that borrowed house, so I can hear people coming home and stomping their way through the hallway, and the high school's across the road, so not very long there'll be like a brrr, and then everybody will come out. So that's.
We'll wait for it. Yes, it's nearly school pickup time. Mel and I are both mums, so we'll be on that duty shortly. But yeah, I reckon we've probably only got time for one more each. Actually.
Okay,
And
let's do that. And a yabba.
Yeah.
I'll do this one. This one's called Falling. Okay. I wrote it in Dublin when I got my first $1. Alright, everything's working. That's good. I can hear the words falling from your mouth, falling for you. I can see the words falling from your mouth, falling for you. If I fall asleep tonight beside your door, will you take me inside?
Oh, I just totally whacked my microphone. Bravo.
No worries.
I love your songwriting.
Oh, thank you. There's a little.
While I'm trying to get my banjo in tune, insert banjo joke here. Tell us a bit more about the date nights you've got coming up in the next few days, Mel.
Oh yeah, cool. Gee, you're good. I need to borrow you all the time. It's funny. I've got these faux interviews in a sense that we have on here, but really it's sort of more like hanging out. But it's good. Tomorrow I've got Luke O'Shea, who's a gorgeous country folk writer, and then on Sunday I've got Jackie Marshall from Brisbane, and she's kind of wild sort of jazz folk. So they'll both be very fun for people who want to hang out the next 2 nights at 11 p.m. Central Time in Kansas, or 2 p.m. Aussie time.
Excellent. Well, we've got I think we might just call it one more. You happy to do that, Mel?
Yeah, sure. And you can everybody. There's the links for Ruth's site in the comments, and our tip jars and our link trees to find more music. And see you wherever you are. We'll come and play your festival. No worries.
We certainly will. And I might just give my album a bit of a plug, because it's one of those poor pre-COVID albums that got released just before the whole world shut down.
Yeah.
It feels a bit strange kind of promoting it now, because it feels like it was so long ago. But anyway, it's called Daisy Wheel, and Daisy Wheel is I'm just seeing if I've got a copy of it here. I've got it on a tattoo, actually.
Ah, yeah, cool.
So where is that symbol? That symbol, which is the circle with the wheels inside it, and it's a superstitious symbol that was used in kind of magic practice or superstitious practice, as you know, and it arrived in Australia through the convicts from the British Isles, and it's to ward off evil. So the whole album Daisy Wheel was kind of designed as being fighting against kind of all the stuff in the world. At the time it was released, Trump was in power, there was a lot of stuff going on, and here we are at the other side of the pandemic. Well, we're not actually at the other side, we're kind of, I suppose, hopefully, maybe 2/3 the way through it?
Yeah, hopefully on the tail.
Yeah, but the world's a different place, but fundamentally the same thing, and it's about fighting the good fight. So it's called Daisy Wheel. It's funny, my producer, who's Luke Plum from a Scottish band he used to play with, Shugle Nifty, he described it to a friend Riley over the phone once as all substance and no filler, and it is rather.
Oh yes, that's great. Oh.
It is a bit of a heavy album, If you like politics particularly, I think you'll appreciate it. So on that note, I'm going to finish with a traditional old-timey song that's happy and lovely and bouncy, and I'll hopefully send you off to the next showcase concert with a light heart. It's called The Cuckoo. There are a bazillion versions of this around the world, and it's just such a lovely song. I learned it from an American guy in the Sessions Bar at the National Folk Festival in Canberra, which is sort of our big traddy sort of Australian festival, where most of us kind of, I don't know, I guess the Sessions Bar there is folk school, really, isn't it, Mel?
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, I remember when I first went there, it was like a dream to be in that Sessions Bar. It's magic. Cool.
I suppose it's like, if you're trying to compare it to Folk Alliance, it's like a whole series of people in lifts playing music together, but without the lift walls around it. It's just, it's riotous. It's a miracle anyone can hear anything else that's playing, but every genre you can think of is going hard. Anyway. So, yeah. Thank you so much for having me too, Mel. This is The Cuckoo. someday. And the cuckoo, she's pretty bird, she warbles as she flies, and she never hollers cuckoo till the 4th day of July. And I've played cards in England, I've played cards in Spain, and I bet you $5 gonna beat you next game. Jack of diamonds, Jack of diamonds, I've known you from old, and you robbed my poor pockets of their silver and their gold. And I've played cards in England, I've played cards in Spain, and I bet you $10 gonna beat you this game. And the cuckoo, she's pretty bird, she warbles as she flies, and she never hollers cuckoo till the 4th day of July.
Woo!
Thanks, Melanie.
No worries. Thank you, Ruth. That's cool. I'm looking forward to digging back into Daisy Wheel. So everyone go and check out Ruth's website links. And thanks, Ruth. And
Likewise
Thanks,
for you, Mel. Thank you so much for having me. I really
No worries.
appreciate it.
thanks, Kim and Francesca and Brant and Bill and a whole bunch of others who've joined in, and anyone who's going to join in tonight after they roll back into bed at 3 a.m. Good luck. See you soon. Thank you. Bye.